Alexandra Vitale.
A big SEC matchup tonight between the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the LSU Tigers. We're live at Callaway Stadium previewing our hometown spirit game of the week. Stick around, it's coming up next.
Alexandra Vitale.
The Week 13 BCS standings came out tonight, and here's how it looks to date. Alabama and Florida State remained in the top two spots. NFL Sunday, we like to keep an eye on former area standouts, and we all know that there are plenty of those to choose from around here. So let's begin with the Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills. Alabama and Tennessee are the SEC's two winningest teams all time, and between them they claim 21 national championships and 43 conference titles. Welcome back to Hometown Spirit. I'm Alexandra Vitale. We're live at Bulldog Stadium previewing the Auburn High Tigers versus the Opelika Bulldogs. In college football today, the Auburn Tigers got things going when they headed to Tennessee. Auburn has won the last 5 games in the series against the Volunteers. Now today, Tennessee was aiming to knock off another top 25 team at home this season, but all they could do today was aim. First quarter, the start of college football for Auburn, Alabama, and Georgia. It's all going on and happening tonight. Here are some updates of tonight's matchups. Alabama begins its quest for a three-peat against Virginia Tech. At this point last season, Auburn was 1-7, and what a difference a year makes. Gus Malzahn has the Tigers 7-1 right now, and tonight look to make it 8-1. I'm Alexandra Vitale. We're live at Callaway Stadium previewing our hometown spirit game of the week. Stick around because we're going all access with head coach of the Tigers, Lynn Kendall, coming up next. That includes a 51-28 beating by Missouri 2 weeks ago. The Bulldogs fell to Missouri last week as they turned the ball over 4 times. They need this win. Time now to hear from players on both sides about tonight's big matchup. Although the top contenders for the national championship were able to escape the weekend unbeaten, they have a little less company now. A pair of previously unbeaten teams fell last night and took a tumble in the AP rankings. Week of the college football season is in the books, and for the 4th straight week, the top 5 teams in the AP college football poll remain the same, led by the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's that time of the week again in high school football, a chance for you guys to get in on the action and vote for our top high school play of the week. Unfortunately, with that win over Tennessee came some incredibly damaging injuries to the Bulldogs roster. Mark Richt announced today both running back Keith Marshall and wide receiver Justin Scott Wesley will miss the remainder of the season. There was no doubt last night who ran the show in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Spurs dominated Miami with a stellar performance. I'm Alexandra Vitale. We're live at Panther Stadium. Big Papi, big trouble. Note to self, when something doesn't go your way, do not, under any circumstances, slam a bat against the wall, like David Ortiz did last night against the Baltimore Orioles. The Georgia Bulldogs hosted the Missouri Tigers in Athens today. Now, what was at stake for this game? Well, how about some national relevance for Missouri? With a win, the Tigers would become legit contenders. The Georgia Bulldogs have played the toughest schedule in the country this year, and that experience certainly paid off today. Late in the 4th quarter, tied at 24, Rajon Neal takes it in from 7 yards out. Today, the Braves look to avoid being swept by the San Diego Padres. Well, get that broom out because it happened, and the last time that happened was 8 years ago, so it's been a while. Bottom first, Miami Heat knew tonight's Game 4 of the NBA Finals was a must-win situation. Tonight's Hometown Spirit Game of the Week, stick around because it's coming up next. Beating St. Louis in July won't make up for that playoff defeat, but Simmons says it's a good start. Top of the first, runners on first and second, 2 outs. The St. Louis Cardinals have not been swept on the road all season and haven't been swept in Atlanta in more than 10 years. Tonight, the Atlanta Braves really gave the fans something to be excited about. The Dodgers had a 1-0 lead the entire game. Then in the 8th inning, Evan Gattis lighting it up. Check him out. After going 7 years without beating Tim Hudson, you could say the Giants made up for lost time last night and this afternoon. All right, Florida Gators linebacker Antonio Morrison has been arrested for the 2nd time in 5 weeks. This time, get this, for allegedly barking at a police dog and then resisting arrest. No doubt last night who ran the show in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Spurs put the heat to Miami with a dominating performance. Round 1 of the Masters got underway today in Augusta. Tiger Woods looking for his first major since 2008. You know, one of my favorite parts of working in television sports is you never know who you're going to see or who's going to video bomb your interview. At the camp, I was talking to 5-star sports agent Todd France when a certain Super Bowl champion decided he wanted to say hi. Check this out. This camp is a great opportunity for the kids to learn from NFL players such as Marcel Darius, Leonard Pope and Philip Wheeler, and these guys don't want these kids to just walk away with football knowledge. They want them to take away a little bit something more. And he helped lead the Shaw Raiders to a Georgia 4A state title. And he didn't forget those lessons he learned in high school. Just talk a little bit about what it was like on game day for you. I mean, did it ever get old after 14 years?
No, I never got old. I was so excited on game day that I was just, couldn't wait to get out for the challenge that we'd been seeing on film all week.
How your experiences and what you're looking forward to this season. It's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. I'm excited to be back in Arizona.
Today, the New England Patriots signed Tebow to a 2-year contract that includes no guaranteed money. Absolutely dealing last night against the Braves, allowed 2 hits in 7 innings, matched his season high with 10 strikeouts while 1 walk, destroyed the Braves 6-0 in Game 1 of the series. That's all the time we have for this edition of Hometown Spirit, but stick around because coming up at 5:30, we're going to hear from players on both sides, and I'm going to tell you about a Beauregard Hornet football player who's not your average sized football player. Until then, we're live at Panther Stadium. Alexandra Vitale. Game 2 is Saturday, and that's a look at sports. Jason. Now the Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks on the ice for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It's all tied up at 3. They're in overtime right now. That's a look at sports, guys. And the Braves finish up their 3-game set with Cardinals tonight. First pitch is at 8:05. And that's a look at sports. Roslyn. But in his defense, he says the dog barked at him first. And that's a look at sports. Roslyn. That's a look at sports, guys. And that's a look at sports. Roslyn.